Hi kids, it's Bunny back with another junk journal. And as always, if this runs out before I finish, then I'll post a part 2 video. But we'll see what happens. This always overheats and cuts off early. This is the Spice Road journal. And it is hardback, covered with fabric. Has lace detail, picture of a Indian woman from India. The pictures are, the theme is the old Spice Road. You've heard of the Silk Road in the Far East, and there was also a spice version of it where precious spices were transported to places far and wide. And this is showing the colors and images. And I should adjust my camera. There we go. And when we open up, an explosion of color. Let me pull out just the hair. We have a front pocket that has a journaling card. All journaling cards are blank on the back, so you can write on them. And a large tag. All large tags are blank on the back, so you can write on them. This is a journal after all. I'm trying to give you spaces where you can journal besides just blank pages. And there's a small envelope inside of which we see some vintage foreign postage. And there's also a note that I write for whoever purchases the journal about the book, letting them know what it is and how it can be used, that kind of thing. Some of the pretty graphics we see throughout the journal today are from Artie Mays on Etsy. And I put lace on the edges of some of the pages. And there's lots of little details to be seen. Let me push this over a little bit more. Okay. And on our first pocket here, we have some journaling cards and some vintage ephemera airmail envelope from, I don't know the date, but it's probably like the 20s. And it's very, very thin and neat to crinkle. For all you crinklers out there. And then we have a doily. And here's a page from Edith Holden book. She did beautiful artwork. And here is a page from a vintage encyclopedia. And in this pocket, or tuck, we have more journaling cards with an Eastern feel and a tag and a miniature notebook that has miniature ephemera in it for writing your little ideas. And here's some ledger paper, flips open. This is the cover of some vintage sheet music, April in Portugal. This is vintage receipt, vintage ephemera, and let's see, it's from 1919, I believe it says. Excuse me. And this is some handmade paper with pretty flowers in it. There are little clusters and things throughout. And in this tuck we have more journaling cards, a little vintage ticket. And here's some more real ephemera. This one is really beat up, but I liked it because it just looks so interesting, even though it was so beat up and torn up. It's from 1919, and it's a receipt, and it has a cool picture on it and a little note about your remittance today. So I thought that was interesting to look at. More sheet music, more ledger paper, more Edith Holden. Here's a doily with some bling on it, and in this pocket are some more journaling cards. Yes, I do pause a lot, don't I? And another big tag to write on. And just a little picture on the beginning of this signature. There's some vintage wallpaper, and I put a picture of snake logo on it. Here's some more journaling cards, Taj Mahal. And there's some vintage ephemera, the Bank of Crewe, 1933, a check for $12.06. And on this page, I clipped some sari silk with a pretty, pretty shiny things on it. Can't think of the word. And here's a little pocket, and it has a little chart in it. And in this pocket is another journaling card and another small envelope that has vintage postage in it. And another tag. There's another pocket or tuck with some beautiful flowers, a beautiful woman. And here's some more vintage ephemera. A receipt from Richard Gwathmey and Company. It appears to be supplies for a drugstore. In this little bag is a little journaling card. More ledger paper. Doily, music, wallpaper. Some more journaling cards. And another big tag. There's a fabric, pleated fabric swatch. And in this pocket, it's a beautiful, beautiful lady and a beautiful flower. And this is just some coffee dyed paper that you can write on. It's just blank paper. with pretty coffee stains. And here's some more sheet music. Edith Holden. Here's more journaling cards. And a tag. And I put a little gold around this tiger here. Don't know if it shows up as gold. For vintage receipt, vintage ephemera, handmade paper. Here I use a little texture paste to stencil a tactile, pretty flower design. Hard to see on camera. Here's another piece of beautiful Indian sari with sequins on it. That's the word, sequins. And here's more journaling cards. I think my glasses are hitting the camera. And more ephemera, vintage. This is more handmade paper. Here's some vintage postage stamps. The camera keeps moving, I think. Here's more Edith Holden. And more journaling cards. And the tag. And another small envelope with vintage postage in it. And in this pocket, we see more cards and a tag. And there's a little bag with a little card in it. More vintage wallpaper. I know I'm out on camera. Sorry about that. I need a better setup, I know. And this tuck are more journaling cards. And here's some more just coffee dyed paper to write on. Here's a big side pocket, and in it is a big journaling card, peacock cutout, and a small notebook that you can write in. I should be playing music since I'm not talking much. More journaling cards. And another tag. Journaling cards. And this is more vintage ephemera. Meter reading, it looks like, from 1920. A bag with some more, another little card in it. And we come to the back where we have a couple more cards. And this is just a little flip open thing that you can write in. And another envelope with vintage postage inside. And that's it. I made it before the camera blew up. visit me in my shop, Treasure Journals, on Etsy. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.